What's up, everybody?
What's happening?
I didn't pull the chat up yet. I don't know if anybody's even in here.
It says there's 5 people, but I can't see who.
All right, cool. Welcome. Yeah, back for another Wednesday class. We have a super spiffy new background now, make you feel like class is in session. So yeah, we're gonna go over footage from this past Monday at the No Geek class, and yeah, let's get started. What's up, guys? Yeah, I thought it would look pretty cool. I'm happy with it. All right. We've got Austin and Taylor, Camden and Caleb, I think, maybe?
Caleb, baby?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that was... Austin almost had a nice little throw by there for a second.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting real heavy on the head. Try to duck him.
He's getting very aggressive with his grips. It's been awesome. We've been talking about it a lot, and he's definitely putting it into practice.
Yeah, and I think we mentioned like a week or two ago, how he was kind of focusing just on like wrist grips and stuff, and to start mixing it up, getting heavy on the head, level changing, getting the guy reacting, and it looks like he's starting to work that in. James and Steven entered the chat.
Oddly enough. Yeah.
What did Taylor do there? It's hard to see. It looks like Taylor has Austin's left arm. Oh, okay. Austin's just committed to holding that grip.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe trying to keep his arm down instead of exposed for the triangle. And Taylor took advantage with a little roll. Good guard. Speed up a bit. Looks like Taylor and Austin are kind of stalled.
Oh, but Austin got back up on top. How did he get back on top? Can you get back?
Let's go real quick.
All right.
And Caleb's got himself an armbar on the back there. So.
Okay. So
Nice.
Yeah. Tight waist grip, half guard,
Yeah, that was
coming around.
a lot of what we talked about last week.
Mm-hmm.
He's using that outside leg to step over and control Taylor's leg here. And then, yeah, he comes up on the tight waist, just tight sub. Okay. Looks like Taylor kind of went with it too. Didn't put up too much of a fight. Didn't try to whizzer or anything like that. I'm waiting for like either Steven or James to just blast double the other.
Blast. Yeah. It's like the tension's building.
Yeah. Looks like Austin's getting a lot more comfortable with inverting and working from his shoulders, which is good. Got himself in a little bit of trouble here, but
Yeah, it was an awkward position.
it is strange how they ended up, but Austin's doing really good to just control one leg and not allow Taylor to lock his legs around him in any one particular way.
Right. What how did Steven and James get down to the ground? I didn't see that. I missed it.
Did James
He
sit?
maybe sat. Yeah, he sat to guard.
Dirty guard pull there.
Huh. like I'm tired of dancing. Let's do some jujitsu.
Austin looks pretty safe here. He doesn't quite have his elbow down. There he goes. Now he's safe from the back.
Mm-hmm.
Looked like Steven was going for a step around. Step around knee bar there. Yeah, one little thing to like slow this down a bit for you, Steven. Remember when you're going for this setup, and maybe your base was like just getting disrupted here or something, but get that your left knee, your left shin up across to knee on belly first. Like don't make that hop from here all the way around into the turn. I mean, I'm sure some people can do it successfully, and maybe that was just a timing thing. James set up into it, but really focus on getting to like that kind of knee on belly position, and then control there. Right, you're basically pinning the hips, and then you can move in a controlled fashion around the leg. I think Austin's looking for you see that? He's looking for like the figure four or like the top lock.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the figure
Austin,
four top lock.
Right. I mean, you might be wondering why maybe this position wasn't working for you. At least in the past couple of times that I've seen it working here, it's really because you're doing a good job of shooting your legs up and around. But like your legs are almost at a disadvantage because when you're so long, you're extending him up, and you're allowing him to control the posture. So he wants to be down on top of you to like smash through and get his shoulders through here. Technically, you should be able to just take him to one shoulder or another and complete a sweep from here. In that respect, right? But also, I want to see like a better job of when you do go up and snatch the shoulders like really high, pulling your knees down to your chest and pulling him down into your guard to collapse him down. You're not really controlling his posture using that top lock, and that's what the top lock is meant to do, is to make sure that he can't control which way his body's going to go, whether it's going to be really far in order to clear his shoulder line, or standing up and starting to stack, or I'm sorry, to start escaping.
Yeah, a sure sign of a really effective top lock is your hips are off the ground. Like your butt can't be sagging. You have to think about pulling your heels towards your butt, or another cue would be digging your heels into his back, which you're not trying to do per se. You're just trying to keep your hips engaged. That makes a huge difference. I know that's where I messed up the top lock forever when I first learned it. Man, that was a strange scramble.
It really was.
So I don't know why Taylor scooped that leg. I mean, unless he was going for some sort of, I don't even know why you'd want to pass that way. Because he's still like, he's kind of in line with him. He's not really cutting an angle at the moment.
Right, like for an over-unders, he would take his left hand and scoop it behind the back, and then he would, yeah.
And then,
but that's not what's going on there.
Yeah, and then it looks like Austin's able to start to sink in a triangle. He's got a really loose grip. It looks so sketchy when you freeze it, but like the way his foot's behind his knee is definitely not ideal. You wanna get more of your ankle there. I'm sure he knows that. And then this is interesting. Yeah,
because there's a triangle there.
Yeah. I mean, If Taylor can manage to keep Austin's right arm out of that, he's got more of a, I would say, a reverse triangle setup.
Mm-hmm.
The Gyaku Senkaku.
Yeah, you're better with all those names than I am. We'll just go with that.
I'm just making them up. This is weird. Look how Taylor's leg is caught. It's interesting.
So what's really funny is that Taylor doesn't know it, but he has a cross ashigarami.
Yeah. He goes up for the head rather than focusing on the legs.
Yeah. So Taylor, like, I don't know if Taylor's watching or whatever, but he, as soon as he drapes his right leg over top of Austin's left leg, he has an entry into cross ashigarami, and he can start shooting in for the legs.
Yeah, if he took his hips this way.
Yep.
Instead, he focuses up top. Yeah, I mean, that's, I don't know how much Taylor's done with leg locks before training with us. But yeah, something for him to keep an eye on.
It looked like James was going after a leg.
Yeah, I missed a lot of that match.
Good standing guard break, and then he just falls right back for the straight ankle. Nice.
Yeah, let's see that one more time. That's good. Head over head, getting your weight off your legs.
Nice. That's what I like to see. Like you said, head over head, and then stand straight up.
Yeah.
Get your posture.
Yeah.
Nice and controlled. Good.
And then here, Steven's legs are open, right? Like that's when you get up here. I mean, I know, like the opportunity for the leg lock came in, and Steven getting caught here is dangerous for him, right? Like that's why using the headstand sweep is a great option when you're the guy who has closed guard, because it allows you to sweep the guy without opening your guard. You can keep your ankles crossed and thereby keep them safe. Once you open your legs, you end up running the risk of getting straight ankled. Fun.
Yeah. James and Caleb, Camden and Austin. Nice, James. That was a good go behind.
I missed it. Let me see it again. That's interesting. You just have
tie and drag.
Yeah. Cross wrist control, and then you just kind of sidestep him, cut an angle.
Yep.
Yeah, that was nice. Hit him with the quickness.
And those the mat returns. You try pop in ankles. Like I like to pop my foot behind the ankle in order to do a mat return that way. I mean, that one obviously was effective, staying low on the hips and dragging the person down. Just another method. Just again, the sole of your foot pop in the back of their ankles as you're starting to pull them down. It's just enough to initiate a trip.
It's nice to see some of Mitch's techniques percolating through the new crop.
Yeah.
So Camden just got double ankle swept. And this is the thing I always tell you guys, right? So Austin gets it, pushes him down. This is right when Cameron should be pinching his legs together, right? Pinching the knees. Making it difficult for Austin to sit up and follow through on that. Austin even opts to like sit back and control the legs here. Like he doesn't try to go up for mount. But that's not. It doesn't take away from the fact that you should pinch your legs because it gives you an opportunity to control his legs and either work a pass or work a leg entrance or so on. So even if the guy's not dead set on coming up into mount, that strategy can still help you advance your position. So just keep that in mind. Is that Steven trying to triangle you?
Yeah, I've got his leg trapped, if I remember right. I'm trying to go for like an over-under pass.
This song is a banger. All this royalty-free music is actually not bad.
I turned it up on my computer so I could hear it. I can't hear it on my end. It's nice.
Close in on the guillotine.
Very.
Looks like you were really trying to adjust your grip there. Like you weren't totally under the neck. Just
right.
Judging by James, judging by your reaction. I want to see how you got around there. See here. Okay. So it almost looks like it came off the takedown. Like Caleb tried to wrestle up, or at least get in on a leg. Yeah, he switches in, leaves his head on the outside. James takes advantage.
I feel like that could have been deep.
Yeah, like right here, I thought it was, and then that little. Hold on, let me grab that. That little shoulder push.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's where I feel like James was trying to adjust the grip, right? Like he was trying to get the hand further across the neck, or the arm further across the neck. And Caleb felt
he's got a chin strap. Yeah.
Yeah, he felt confident enough to keep fighting it, so it must not have been as deep as James wanted.
Right.
Nice. Follow through, drive. Good sprawl. Great sprawl.
Yeah.
That was a good effort from Caleb.
Two hooks in on the back. You get to the finish.
Man, Steven, we'll come back to what happened with you and Steven just now.
Okay.
Okay, let's go back. You guys had like a really nice Leglock exchange here.
Mm-hmm.
So like Steven starts working from this. I guess he sets up like a cross ashi here. I think he gets his right leg across.
He does, because I went in for a leg. I fell back because I was having a tough time passing his guard, and I wound up trying to threaten a heel hook, an outside heel hook on his left leg.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "No, I'm gonna counter it." And so yeah, it's nice.
I like how elevated he gets here. Like he gets his hips up, he's on his shoulder and his ear. Yep. Like if he had heel exposure here, you would have been in
very
a
much
world
in
of
danger.
Pain.
Yeah.
The amount of pressure you could put on. And then he like rolling through on it. Looks like he's back on the outside, but now he was briefly in a guard passing position there on the outside of your leg. So had he scrambled up a little faster, that would have worked out really well. But that was cool.
Yep.
Nice little sit down from you. Let's do that again.
I did switch. I was going into I had single or I had X guard, and I got his hand. That's how I got his hands to the mat.
Mm-hmm.
Once I got his hands to the mat, I switched to reverse,
Yep.
elevated, and just did the sit down, like just the mat return.
Picture perfect. That was sick.
And then now the hard part, getting to the finish.
Immediately triangles his ankles.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you go double trouble.
Yeah, I went for that leg lace to the Texas Cloverleaf. Against somebody who's proficient with legs and whatnot, I feel like this is a really good option to start the threat because at best I get the knee bar or whatever. At worst I get him moving, and normally when he can get that leg free, I have the inside heel hook.
Yeah. That looked great. That was like textbook.
I'll take what I can get on Steven.
Got a few new faces in the chat. Welcome, guys.
Welcome. I can't see you. My Twitch is being shitty.
DPK Dino, saw you follow us earlier. Thanks for the follow, man.
Looks like a good match between James and Caleb.
Yeah.
It was back and forth,
Yeah. Let's scroll that. Let's get you out of the way, Jason, down here.
Mm-hmm.
How did Austin get behind Steven on that?
I was just gonna ask you. Okay.
Steven just being a little slow, a little sloppy. That was really similar to how James got behind Caleb.
It was.
It was just a cross wrist grip and then cutting the ankle.
Yeah. I even think he did a pass off. I think it was same side, and then he did a pass off, and then reach back. Did I see that right? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Okay.
So yeah, looks like we could work on mat returns, just to get. It's weird. Like you think you get behind somebody in a standing position, Steven on the Kimura immediately.
Yeah.
Probably why he didn't care. I don't think he gets it here either.
He's so flexible.
I was sitting
shoulder
there at
hurts.
the pillar watching this. I'm like, oh my god, like my shoulder was hurting watching it.
So now Steven's got cross ashi.
Yep.
From that. But you know what? When he did that, yeah, it was a good scramble because Austin, kind of knew what he was doing, I think, but like he pulls his heels back to his butt to not let Steven get his, the support leg up underneath the knee. That was good. I don't know whether you intended to do that or not, Austin, but do it again.
Trying to work the transition from standing with my back taken to grabbing the Kimura. Yeah, that's a solid counter. We used to drill that a lot as a counter, like a counter takedown.
Yep.
In another life at another school.
The double over sweep that Cole hit on Caleb was pretty cool. I'm interested to figure out. I can't explain why this works in certain occasions but not others. and I think it has to do with like that body lock position. Um, I'm curious to see if Caleb gets. I mean, it looks like it would work, but I also know that when when big when bigger guys get this on me, I either get it or I don't, and I don't know whether it's a timing thing, or what. But both sides are taken away from you, right? You have no post with
Yeah.
with a double over script like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have a body, the other person still has a body lock. So I'm trying to figure out what constitutes me being able to get the sweep from bottom versus getting body lock past.
I think it's the directionality of the fall. In this case, in Cole's fall, right? He commits. I think he commits early on to going to his right, and also a lack of. I mean, obviously no base up top from Caleb, but if you remember, like Lewis was always really good at using his legs to base out real far. Even on like shoulder crunch sweeps, he'd make it very difficult. You'd have to take the leg out with your own legs. So if like in this case, if Caleb's left leg stays put as it does, he completely has no base over there, right? You can see his knee stays tight. Cole gets his elevation, and from there, it's kind of set. And Cole pushes off with that bottom foot to really drive it.
He drives. Yeah.
So I think it's gonna come just like with a regular butterfly sweep from an over under or a double under. The directionality of the fall is really important. He's Cole's just completely taken away Caleb's ability to base at that point.
It's a good point, because I think the strong body lock passers are, while they have to pressure down in order to get your shoulders down on the mat, right? That's what their goal is try and get your back flat to the mat. They also, good body lock passers sit very low on their haunches, like how he is right now. So if he was sitting where he is right now with his butt to his heels, and he was able to get Cole's back flat to the mat, that would be prime passing position, right? Or prime body lock position. But the fact that his butt probably comes up as he's trying to drive Cole back down, that's probably where the screw up happened, right?
Yeah, and I think I'll add this in too. I think his hand position could be lower. If Caleb took his hands closer to Cole's lower back, he could get with the pressure of his head up in the chest and the pull of his arms at closer to the hips. He can not only use his momentum to put Cole down and to pull himself in and take Cole's heels to his butt, but he could also at the same time pull Cole's butt and hips towards him. It's that complementary motion.
Lever.
Yeah,
he turns it into a lever, right?
Right. So he can move Cole and himself a bit more effectively if his grips are a little bit lower. I don't know. I've got to do body locking. Admittedly, is not my strong suit yet. It's something I was working on a lot. Really want to get Gordon's new DVD that just came out. Instructional. I don't know why I always say DVD like it's 2000, but
there was Blu-ray. How'd you miss that?
I was poor. I forgot about Taylor and Jason. They've been down here the whole time.
Yeah.
Fighting in the corner off screen.
The intensity on Taylor's face. Jeez.
Yeah. It's getting after.
There we go. Nice. Jason is advancing. I say he's advancing because he's no longer, he got past the bottom knee. That's a advancement in half guard.
Yeah, I'd like to see a bit more head and arm or head and shoulder control there. Jason, you can do a lot When you get to like,
Nice.
man, he's putting on a lot of good shoulder pressure. I'm gonna go back a few frames to like here, right? With the underhook on this side and then the head control and your own head, you know, down to the mat, that heavy chest to chest pressure can really open up a lot of good opportunities for you to fight to get your leg free and to, you know, get a full guard pass. So we go over that in class or at the next open mat.
Yeah. Good job, Jason, keeping the underhook. Hang on, does he have the underhook? Am I?
No,
No,
I mean, he's got
he
an
has
arm
the
triangle
overhook.
right now. Oops, too
Yeah,
far.
how did he get?
Yeah, so I think he lost the underhook earlier. I think on this advancement, right here he ends up losing it.
And goes, oh, okay.
So he's staying really heavy on the head, but he doesn't have much control over the shoulders.
And that's a dangerous spot, right? Like from an onlooking, you know, or an onlooker, right, or whatever. It looks like, you know, Jason's got a very dominant position, but if in fact, and I'm leaning towards this way, right? Like Jason has an overhook, not the underhook on that shoulder, then Taylor has a back take, like literally, you know,
He's one hard shrug away from a back take.
Yeah. So there's tremendous back exposure here.
Yeah.
And Jason, your primary goal in life when you're in this position is getting that underhook back, or at least, you know, at the very least, an inside bicep tie on that far arm. It is good that you're able to get into this head and arm position. This is nice, but you're playing a dangerous game.
Yeah, it was a big risk. Yeah, and that's, you know, I've talked about those rules that, like, learn them so you know when you can break them. When you're in half guard, making your priority the underhook is one of those rules as a white belt. Like, always fight for the underhook. If you're the guy on top, get the underhook. If you're the guy on bottom, get the underhook.
Yep.
There are plenty of options, plenty of other options, but it's best not to work those until you understand just how much your back is exposed and how much danger you're in if you don't pass from top with the underhook. Looks like he got the arm triangle.
I think so. Yeah.
So it paid off. So ignore everything we say. And
yeah, right. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
For real though, you gotta watch that back take because it'll catch up to you.
Yeah, especially on Luke. Next time you're rolling with Luke, good
Don't
luck
do that.
passing without the underhook. Going right back into half guard.
Yeah, he likes it. This time he has the underhook.
It's good. Goes up for the knee
Very
staple,
nice.
slides through.
Yeah. Well done.
I'm pretty sure that was some techniques. Those were some techniques that Luke was going over the other day.
Okay.
Did we just give a whole breakdown of all their stuff with like my stupid face in the way over here? No. Okay, good.
I don't think so. Nah.
Now I lost
Nah,
my
we're
position. Cool. And that's the round. Cole wants to be a celebrity. love how towards the end of the night, a lot of the lighter guys, when Caleb's like, "You want to roll?" They're like, fine. I guess I'll get smashed. I was gonna say too, like what you're doing right now with James. I don't want to throw too much stuff at Austin, but I feel like he finds himself in like positions where this X guard, like getting comfortable with X guard and reverse X guard would really work well for him. Just because of the seated position he often takes. Just mixing that in early with your open guard game. It could be too much, or it could be just a good plan B to throw in there. You are showing the value of strong outward hip pressure there.
Yeah.
And then you just go in for the straight ankle. Yeah.
I do. Mm-hmm.
Nasty. So Cole is like, he was working a strange grip here, like just kind of ineffective, right? I'd really like to see him start to utilize shoulder crunches a bit more. I feel like he'd rip your shoulder out of its socket if you wanted to with like a good shoulder crunch sweep. But like, not that I want that to happen to Steven right now.
Yeah.
But like right here, you know, if he could create some space between his chest and Steven's and get his right arm across and start working, or even set it up earlier, maybe not even right now, but like he's in a seated position. Well, his legs are on the outside of his. If they were more in a butterfly position, he'd probably have a much more effective shoulder crunch, even with like one leg in. But like right here,
yeah, but you have the Ude Gatame, the straight arm lock from that position is perfect in close guard.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, he's like trying to strip the grip away. I'm like, I would be attacking that arm so much.
Yeah. And it's just, he's just got to keep in mind, I see, even right here, he's looking to cut, it looked like he was looking to cut an angle, right? He opened his legs and started to get out to the side. And that's perfect. Like, that's what you want to do in close guard, is be able to move to an advantageous angle. And he uses it nicely to get a sweep here. But yeah, more along the lines of what you were saying, you know, that could easily turn into an Udigatami, or the inverted straight arm, or whatever the hell people call it. But yeah, Steven ends up in like Kesa briefly, and Cole said, "Nah, son."
Yeah, it's hard to hold Cole in Kesa, for one.
Well, he did one of my preferred sweeps from there, or something similar to it, where you basically just like you pull the guy close, like you pull him over you and bridge and roll, right? He didn't have to bridge quite as much as I do, but yeah, I still can't condone using Case Gatame all the time.
Mm-hmm. Not
Not even like Steven was trying to do it for long. He just got caught there.
seeing here, like that, I feel like Cole's next advancement is going towards the back. Like here, it should be back take all day. And it's like, it's right there. It's just a few little details that need to get touched up.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll get there.
Soapy Gaming, thanks for the follow. What'd you have there?
It was that double overs.
Okay, yeah.
And it was one of those things. I think James, his right knee just kind of got blocked by the mat. I don't know whether it was just an awkward angle or what, but he wasn't able to base out with his right leg.
Yeah, just have weight on it.
Yeah. I can't remember if this is where I had a dart, like I had a dart, and I could have sworn I was going to be able to finish it, and he wasn't having it. He did not have. And then it kept slipping off my bicep when I was doing it, and I wanted to go to that Japanese necktie, but for the life of me, I couldn't figure out how to do it and still keep his head trapped. Like, how do I go from one to the other and continue to get the head trapped? And yeah, he wound up slipping out.
Yeah, you just have to. I mean, just thinking about it, you do have to work the kind of the darts in reverse, but keep your forearm over the base of the skull the whole time.
And that it seemed very awkward. Like it seemed like it was going to be a very awkward position. So I was trying to. I went down the route of trying to cinch it back up to my bicep, and I mean, it failed. Obviously, the war of attrition was won by James.
Yeah. So I think I'm not sure if this is the spot. I think Austin may end up trying to go for a wrong way triangle here.
Okay. If he gets his right leg out.
Yeah. I can't remember if this was that spot in the round. God, I don't know what happened with Cole and Steven, but Cole's chilling now, out of breath.
What happened, Steven?
Yeah, what'd you do?
What'd you do to him? Did you break his rib? Because he.
Is that where you defended the armbar and ripped his nuts off? Yep, that's exactly what he's saying.
Nice. Buggy choke.
Job hazard.
Buggy.
Yeah. And you had a little kipping attempt there.
I did.
Yeah. Looked like he was just over you.
Yeah.
You did what Matt told me. Yeah. No, what I tell everybody is to wear a cup.
You get more knee bars that way.
Yeah, dude.
Jason called me out and then just went fucking ham. It was great.
Awesome.
I love it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Of course you guys go off screen. Alright, so is everybody just hitting the same go behind on each other?
It's gotta be it, right?
Okay, so that was more of a push. He pushed the outside of the elbow across. But yeah, I mean, everybody's getting the back exposed, running behind.
And that was a good go behind too. I'm gonna give Caleb a lot of credit on that one. That's the first like not just straight pull down to the mat. He executed a lot of, not a very solid form of technique of just pulling and then popping the ankle.
It's behind, gets the waist.
And then Steven's trying to go for that Kimura. You could see it on that.
Yeah. Good mat return.
Very nice.
Yeah, I just want to see Steven's reaction. So yeah, looking to break the grip. He's got the hand over the elbow.
Yep. He has like that the Gracie bear hug escape, right?
Mm-hmm.
Under the arm. Caleb's guard passing has gotten very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch this. Or is it this one? Yeah.
Hell yeah. Just shoots right on through your guard.
Yeah.
Ah, got a little too excited getting him out there. Nice.
I think this is a guillotine. Arm in.
Oh yeah. Nice.
I had the chin strap, and I didn't feel any pressure on my hands, so I went for the choke.
Yeah. Ah.
Yep.
Man, I love a good trip. A good foot sweep.
That one.
I'm just stoked to see Jason throwing it at you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
I
he
would have.
if he was a little
I
deeper
would
on
have landed
that.
hard.
Yeah. That was a great effort. And then just one other thing about that too, like one of the best things to use those foot sweeps and trips for is setups right into another takedown, right? So
Yep. Stringing it together.
right. So here, let's see, slow down
Yeah,
your
he could've
reaction
gone
a bit.
Kouchi or whatever.
Yeah, he was a little off balance, so that may have stymied anything he could have done afterwards. But he could have dropped on a single here. Like he was pretty close to your leg. I think if his balance was a little less, if he had good balance at that point, he may have been able to do something with that.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, man, foot sweeps and trips are a low risk, high reward move.
Yep.
Like you aren't putting yourself underneath anybody else's weight. You're immediately affecting their base. You have to be smart not to overextend and put yourself in a bad position. Like that's I think the risk you run. But it's when you hit him cleanly, it takes such little energy to get somebody on the mat. I'm not sure what happened there.
Straight arm lock.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I think this is the best one. It just keeps getting better and
Yeah,
better.
he's like, and go.
Yep.
Alright, let's jump ahead a little bit. I don't know if Steve.
About halfway through.
Nice guard pass.
Was James, you mean? Or
No, Caleb.
Caleb?
Just
Oh,
on the
okay.
over under here.
Very nice, yeah.
Just blasting you, man. Oh, that's so funny. All right, and go. I'm gonna do that to you when I get
Yeah.
back. No, that's good though. I mean, like all laughing aside, man.
I love the intensity. I love
Yeah.
it. Like,
You guys slap hands. You gotta be ready for it.
gotta go.
And it's nice to see that he's managing to keep his pace. He's not
Yes.
not gassing himself. So
That was the exact feedback I gave him right after that. I was like, dude, you kept bringing it. Like, you kept going.
yeah,
And it was a 6-minute round. You know, it's all you could ask for.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, especially I don't know if Jason has any aspirations of competing on April 2nd, but definitely got to get used to that level of intensity. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Alex Austin's shoulder is okay. Can't wait to see it.
Hey man, all shoulders have a limit. So you're almost in a rear triangle here, which is one of my favorite positions.
What was that? Oh, that's the shoulder.
Oh, you like chicken winged him. Okay.
Jeez. So you passed it behind. You had. Oh, I see it. Jeez.
Let's go back on that.
Not the best angle, but yeah, we could definitely tell.
Yeah, you
that
just
one hurt.
barely start to see the hand coming through.
Mm.
It's hard to see where the pass was made. Maybe it was already done.
I think it has to be, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the bottom of Austin's elbow poking out there. So there it's in front. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to isolate.
Oh, when you were in his guard, so not this one?
I mean, it looked like you just.
That one looks horrible.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the one when you were in his guard.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's wild. I don't think we're gonna get a decent view of it, but I can tell by the finish that looked miserable. Put it behind when I was. Oh, okay. I got you.
Oh, I got you. Okay, I see. Understood.
Let's go ahead and do some of this. I like how you're staying really far back, and like you're keeping your right leg pretty far extended to keep Cole from just rolling you over.
Yep. That's a necessity. Yep.
Yeah. Brandon said you made that pass look easy. Yeah, just a little knee cut pass. So yeah, let's look at this, right? I was talking earlier, I think during one of Jason's rolls about the importance of the controlling the head and arm, right?
Yeah.
So you've got the underhook on the far side, and the head under the arm. Probably by the look of it, heavy shoulder pressure, totally connected chest to chest. And that's you get your hips up, and that's what makes it easier for you to maneuver your legs around, right?
Right.
But you can't create space at the hips if you have a lot of space at the chest, because what do you have? You're just utterly disconnected from your opponent, right?
That's right.
So you got to be super heavy up top if you want to tripod up and make your legs more nimble, and work on that work on some leg pummeling or sliding through. And that's what makes it look easy, right? And then yeah, you're just super heavy on the head.
Yeah, Cole, I mean, anyone who's trained with him, you can't give him any little bit of space because he'll explode and
Yeah.
you'll be on bottom quickly.
Yeah, with your arm isolated over your head, getting ripped out of its
Yep.
socket.
I think this is me talking shit.
So he's getting you back in half guard. There you go. He captures the knee. So like just a quick breakdown of this whole like situation, right? Like you stepped over for, or you've attempted to go into mount, right? I feel like you're starting mount, or Cole's kind of pulling your leg over.
He does. He pulls. He was talking to me about this after the roll, but like I generally don't like to take mount. I don't take mount with my foot that low. I have to get his elbow up to his shoulder line before I feel comfortable taking mount. So I like having it over here.
Right.
Well, he takes his left hand, and he's actually pushing on my ankle, and then he takes his right hand and he pushes on my knee.
So he's pushing your ankle here. Okay, I didn't even see that.
Yep.
Was he saying he was doing that to try to get your leg in place to where
Into
he
half
could
guard.
capture it?
That's right.
Interesting.
Yeah,
So,
like,
all right, whatever way he gets there, right? Look at what happens. He traps the ankle, right? The main goal here, the main point I'm trying to make, the real goal is to trap the knee, right? Joe's throwing shade.
yeah.
Right, so he traps the ankle. That allows him to extend his own legs and pull your knee down, right? That then makes it easier for him to climb up the leg. You'll see him do one more time to where he can then, right about here, trap the knee, right? And now he's in a better, safer half guard, or on his way to one at least. Don't think you have to immediately like shove the knee down with an elbow escape and capture the leg. Sometimes like an ankle trap, mount escape, or in this case more of a mount prevention, can be really effective, and it is a step-by-step controlled process the whole way. You capture the ankle, you work your way up to capturing the knee, and then from there you work your bottom half guard game. Cole had technique, he'd be a monster.
For sure.
Maybe if he followed this channel, which he still hasn't done, he'd be even better. And if you're in the chat and you're not following, please do so.
And you may not be able to tell, but I'm putting a good amount of shoulder pressure on him.
Well,
right
here's
now.
what gives it away. This foot's dug in really good.
Yeah.
Everything is driving over him, and his body is turning with it. So yeah, you're just driving so hard into his face.
Yeah. I want to take his back so bad, but he is not attempting to. Yeah, he's not attempting to do anything with his near side arm.
And he's doing real well blocking you from getting around to like the dorsal Kimura position.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was good.
Yeah.
I mean, that was heavily defensive on his end.
Yeah.
But it'd be like that.
Yep.
Looks like you almost did the same back take.
I was trying.
Steven's just giving him away now, so just have to do it on him. Someone should do that move to Steven, and he could kind of like sloppily let the guy take it, and then just suplex the shit out of him. Just drop Steven on his head. Nice.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Let's see that again. It's interesting how he sat with it and then decided to come back up to an athletic position, go for that double.
Yeah, it's very much what Luke likes to teach. Kind of getting down onto that single leg, but then taking the inside, like an inside step, nice and deep, and then trying to drive into the hip. Yeah. So it's like he did it in 2 parts, and then eventually got the double leg. So here, you'll see him take his right leg and hook it around my ankle, and then boom. Actually, he got his left knee behind my ankle. I thought he hooked it with his right leg.
Oh, too far. For all the white belts in the crowd, look what Mike did here. He's holding that guillotine. He knows he's gonna get it. He's gripping and ripping, and then he doesn't get it. And Caleb passes cross-side. And what does he do? Does he hold on to it and guillotine him from cross-side position on the bottom? No, because that's impossible. He lets it go and immediately works to start getting frames back in. That's the setup for the Von Flu. Caleb would have had his own counter choke or counter strangle there. It's your White Belt Wednesday tip. I like how you're just not accepting being on your back.
I didn't want to be there and did not want to be there, especially against Caleb.
Yeah.
He puts the hurt on you pretty bad. But I had to get up, and I knew I had to wrestle up. So I took advantage of it and shot for the double leg.
Yeah. That's good. Good little bit of wrestling.
Austin does a really good job of not accepting grips. Like, he's just... If I go to make a grip on him, he immediately is stripping grips and going for dominant grips on me.
Yeah. Scoop. Just want to see your grip exchange there. Okay. So it looks like he had the dominant grips there. You're testing him. You're seeing how rigid he is on the arms. Mm-hmm. I bet I'm almost 100% sure that was you shaking the hands there, not him.
Yeah.
Right. I do that too. It's like, see how much they're willing to follow you, see how rigid they are, and then that's like, that's one of my favorite duck under entrances is when I'm not holding their hand and opening the door. They're holding my wrist.
Yeah.
And they're not holding it down rigidly, and I just shoot my hand up and skate right through.
Yep.
So then, yeah, you just took your hands out wide because he wasn't keeping your arms in tight.
That's right.
And open him right up on a double.
And his long ass legs, like he still had me trapped in a half guard here, so I was not out of the woods. So where I normally like if I can start passing the guard immediately, I don't defend the choke, right? Like normally my shoulder into the belly is strong enough in order to get relief of the strangle. But in this case, he still had me in the half guard, and I've learned my lesson enough from there. I immediately went up and grabbed the strangle, and waited for the time when it was right for me to start the pass.
Yeah. So back here with Steven and Caleb. So this is the position I was alluding to, or a position I was alluding to with like where I'd like to see Austin work a bit more is where Steven is right now. And I don't know if Steven, if you were just getting kind of tunnel vision on this move, like if you were really trying to go for just like an Arimiyashi, single leg X sweep into the straight ankle. But keep in mind when you're here, if that's your intent and it isn't working for you very well, you can take your right leg and go under. You missed the switch to probably what I'm about to say, maybe. Switching into X guard, right? You already have his ankle trapped, so getting into X guard will allow you to extend your legs and widen his base and work an entirely different, super effective sweep. So just keep that in mind. Like you're singularly on his left leg right now. When that's not working, you can very easily and very quickly switch into attacking both legs at the same time and working a good sweep, or like we saw Mike do earlier, a cross Ashigarami entrance from X guard if you can get the guy's hands to the mat. A cross Ashigarami entrance from reverse X guard. I don't know if I said that. Instead, you got mounted. Pathetic.
Spider walk. Good use of that.
Yeah, you're shutting down Austin's game just by controlling his legs right up at the hips. He's just waiting for you to pass. That was nice.
He's trapped me in half guard so many times. I've had to play with different ways to get his knees to point towards me. You know what I mean? Like in order to get that pass.
Yeah.
So Steven, I don't know if maybe the same type of thing, but you can do this sit down. Caleb's left foot is very, very close to yours. And so, I know it's tough when you're in the thick of it, right? But just grabbing that.
Are you saying Caleb's left foot is close to Steven's right hand to grab?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, sorry. Yep. And in order to sit him down. Now, maybe.
Would you want to sit him down in that position? Like getting. You probably would.
I probably would.
Because you don't tap.
It's just some tendons. It's not like it's ligaments. So
Yeah, they heal after 9 months.
yeah. Now you're at 50-50. So you sat him down in 50-50, which I would not have expected, but still pretty cool.
Yeah. See how that happens.
Straight ankle. So he just crosses it over. Yeah, and I think Caleb just lost his balance.
Yeah.
He sits into straight. Yeah, you had the inside heel hook. Good look at it.
Yeah, Caleb's kind of turning the wrong way here too, right? You don't want to turn that way. I mean, I would do everything I can to hand fight, hide your heel using like a triangle on the outside. And I'm speaking from Caleb's point of view, but I guess also Steven, since it's 50-50. But Steven seems to be more on the offensive. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Once I'm in that position, once I feel like my leg is safe, that's where I'll tend to start to attack. I'm trying to think how I handle 50-50s. I don't know. I basically just ripped off like Gary Tonon's approach to working 50-50. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend Caleb rolling the way that he did there. At least not with that not with the threat still active.
50-50, I generally counterattack, right? Like I'm trying to do that, and in the meantime, clear my knee line. To drive in 50-50. Whichever knee is on the inside, you need to draw it down towards the mat. So you want your knee on the mat. In order for that to absolutely, Joe, anytime, man. In order for your knee to be clear, and then you don't have risk of an inside heel hook on you. So that's the Lachlan Giles approach to staying clear in 50-50 is clearing your knee line through the middle. I don't know if that makes sense or not. Oh yeah.
I don't know what's going on with Austin.
I'm talking him through.
Oh, okay. So you guys aren't rolling live. Okay.
Well, I caught him in the cross ashi, and then I'm trying to go very easy so that he taps in time. Oh no, I'm sorry. He stopped me and he was like, "I have no idea how to get out of this." That's what it was.
Oh, with the text.
He was looking for advice. Yeah, yep.
It's a tough one to get out of, like, late stage. I don't know. I mean, again, like, it's largely a hand fight. Yeah, and props to Austin for rolling with Caleb for the last roll of the day. With the size difference between the two of them, definitely does make a big difference.
Yeah, I think I was training, or when we were there last Tuesday, it was literally just me and Austin, and we trained for like 30 or 45 minutes straight. Guy just keeps going. Hungry to learn. Send it home.
Yeah, it's friendly. Caleb's doing a great job of controlling the legs.
Yep.
For his guard passing. That's probably one of the things that have made the biggest difference for him.
I agree. getting a good use of, you know, heavy chest to chest pressure in order to get through the legs.
Yeah, I couldn't. I guess Caleb's. Yeah, it looks like his ankle's still trapped there. Okay.
Yep.
It was hard to tell. Then yeah. More to your point, like when he gets that leg out, he doesn't create a bunch of space at the chest, right? He stays heavy. Yep. Anytime you create space, you're just giving your opponent a chance to re-guard or counterattack. I think that was something I learned like really early on, was the difference between like the belts as you go up was just like the amount of pressure you felt in like fundamental positions, right? Like a black belt putting you in side control when you're a white belt just feels like a boulder is crushing you, you know, because you have no idea how to like counter and how to frame and all that. You know, a very fresh white belt. You know, you roll around with your other white belt buddy, and there's all this space and everything's loose, right, and you're not as threatened, and everything. The higher you go up in belts is just like extremely tight in general. Austin's arms are just getting cranked on today.
Yeah.
So yeah, see, this is a prime time to start working some of those, you know, some of the X guard variations.
Right. Yeah, you're right. He does get he finds himself in that position.
Yeah.
A lot.
And I mean, imagine how much he could make someone's base, even someone like Caleb, who's tall,
yep,
and has long legs himself. How much Austin could widen someone's base with his, you know, his leg extensions.
Yep. He keeps going up. He's got the makings of a rear top lock, right? Yep. A reverse top lock.
I don't know where his if Caleb's other arm, if his right arm is out, then he's got the rear triangle. That, yeah, I guess you're right. It would be he could get reverse top lock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would, Austin. I would be taking my right, especially if you're on Caleb's left arm at this time. Your right leg, hiking it over top of Caleb's right shoulder, and then crossing your feet again to try and get into that reverse top lock position, so you can start setting up triangles and arm locks and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Either way, good back take from there, and looks like good back maintenance as well.
Yeah, I just want to go back. Okay, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, so he pulls on the arm, he threads his foot over that shoulder. That's perfect position.
Yep. Yeah,
I think he has that top lock too. He has that reverse top lock to start with, and then Caleb winds up, I think, pummeling his arms through.
Well,
maybe
it wouldn't be. I don't know. You might. Yeah, I think you're right. Either way, man, you can see just from that, like, how much you can do when you win the hip height battle.
Good point. Yeah.
But cool. All right. Good stuff today, boys and girls. Yeah. So that wraps it up. That was from this past Monday. So really, really good. It's good to see you guys wrestling as much as you were, and working some new positions and working the techniques that I know you and Luke went over in class. So keep it up. If you like what we're doing, as always, you could support us at coffee.com/MOBJJ, the little banner there in the center of your screen at the bottom. Follow us if you haven't. It's the biggest, cheapest way to support us, and we really, really appreciate it. Let's see. We do have, let's see, it's February 2nd, so we have 2 months out from the Good Fight competition that if you guys are interested in doing, talk to any one of your coaches, and we'll probably start doing the competition class soon. So keep that in mind. You got to show up to class, show up to the competition class especially, just so you can get accustomed to the pace and the rule set and all that fun stuff. This one's a little different. It's a sub only with some special rules even for white belts that were new to me. So keep that in mind if you guys are interested. What else? Anything else?
I think that's it. Good job, everybody.
Cool. Very good. You know the drill. Do your laundry, trim your nails. Don't be stinky.
Don't be stinky.
Come to class. And yeah, we will see you guys maybe tomorrow or this weekend.
Later.
See you guys.